Blahzay bling, blahzay bloom, bloom, bloom. What's good, son Doobie? Another day, another dollar, another way to make them holler. You know exactly how we do. I was over here. I wasn't even going to talk about this. I wasn't even going to talk about this for myself, but I'm about to go walk my man, my little guy, Charlie. And I was having a crazy day, so I said, yo, I'm going to put something in the air because it's 5 o'clock, and I said I start smoking exactly at 5 or after 5. So we're going to put this in the air real fast. I want to talk about something. Today at the gym, I had this long, intense conversation with somebody, one of my guys, about this subject that just happened on YouTube that everybody is talking about. And one of the subjects that everybody is talking about right now is this Sincity Manny and Finney the legend, right? I would like to give my 2 cents and my opinion on this real fast. For myself, the conversation that I had with my guy today was, what do you expect? Right? That's where I'm coming from. What do you expect, bro? Dude is over here talking insane in the membrane type of madness against another man, right? They're legit going at each other, hectic. Going at each other, hectic. One dude keeps antagonizing another. Just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And part of the craziness, it just kept getting, because I just peeped a couple of the videos, it kept getting worse, 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 and worse. It was said, because I peeped a couple things, but the main people that I checked, because they actually had friends on and they were letting people know from like actual their friend standpoint. They had mutual friends and they were talking about it. So we were getting direct. Was Dubs and Gunner, right? That's who I followed on it. It started with disrespect where another man just needed to apologize. If another man apologized, everything would have been over, right? So this is what me and my homeboy at the gym started talking about. My man at the gym said that it was definitely brought too far and that it's uncalled for of what happened. And I agree, there definitely is uncalled for what happened, and it definitely was brought too far. Not condoning anything. There's nothing condoning it. But this is my opinion. And like I told him was, what do you expect? And he was, what do you mean? I mean, it's what do you expect? What do you expect? You really believe, and this is the problem, because I dealt with it today, and this is part of the reason right now why I'm making this video, because I dealt with it today. You don't know who you're dealing with. It is Law 19. I've made hundreds of videos on the Blahzay Bling channel talking about Law 19 and how prevalent Law 19 really is. Be careful who you offend. You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who they know. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know their mentality. You don't know how they solve problems. It kept getting worse, 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 and worse. The antagonization, the disrespect, the words that get said nowadays, and like nobody really does anything, has led up to shit like this, and people believing what my homeboy said, things exactly what he believes. He believes this should have not happened. Again, I agree, it should have not happened, but there are a lot of people out here who jump on YouTube and they talk a lot of shit, and they're really not expecting consequences when you don't know the mentality of another man. A lot of people, I'm into fitness. I'm very heavy duty into fitness, so I'm all over the fitness stuff, all over that genre. Right now, for the past year and a half, the hot topic has been Wes Watson, and everybody basically shits all over this guy's name. I laugh at, people that don't know about the situation, there's a guy who came up and he scammed people, but he made his money and now everybody hates him and it's whatever. It's just like he keeps everybody relevant while they're keeping him relevant. You know what I mean? So it's like a big figure eight of madness going on and shit. He's got serious haters while the haters are keeping him in you know, they won't literally shut up about it. So the reason I bring this up is, dude challenged people to fight. They didn't want to fight him. Some dude tried to fight him. He whooped the shit out of him. Now he's being sued and all this craziness. So it's just like people want other people's downfalls. But at the end of the day, nobody is going to see dude. but they're going to keep continually to shit on his name all day, every day. These two weren't making as much money as Homeboy did, but they were trying. But one took it a little step further. But for me, I'm just saying it like this. What do you expect? I see for them how far it went and how far it can go for a lot of people here on YouTube. Because again, what do you expect? There was a situation a couple years ago that made me laugh because it's the total opposite of this on some pussiness. Well, Sniper Wolf got into a beef with some guy that constantly was talking shit about her, and she went to his house. And dude made a big deal. The dude was scared because it was his house and his family, and I'm over here like, my man, that's a girl. Like, what are you scared, bro? What are you scared of? But at the end of the day, everybody feels what they feel because, I don't know, they want to be there. Everybody has their own movie and they're the main character. You have to have drama in your movie to make you the main character. A girl showing up a block away from my house does not scare me. You can come to my house with 100 dudes that don't scare me. You got to be nervous, and no, I'm not going to be nervous about that. My thing about this is I keep going back to, what do you expect? What do you expect? Do you expect a guy who's saying that, yo, I'm on my way looking for this dude? Hey, yo, you see, yo, I can't find him. What do you expect? You really think they're going to have a slap boxing match? You really think they're going to arm wrestle? Yo, bro, dude, he said what he was going to do. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. From what reality is dictating, there are so many fake people in this world right now, fake as shit, that when somebody is able to say this type, you laugh because you've dealt with so many fake people that you don't believe it's real. I want to go back to real fast before I end this to all the Wes Watson haters, because I didn't know about, I heard of Sincity Manny, but that was like a year ago when I was scrolling through Las Vegas stuff because I was trying to move to Vegas, so I was seeing who was out there type deal. It wasn't, I didn't subscribe. It wasn't nothing crazy. But when I hear about this and people are all in arms and everybody's bugging, and it's just like, bro, what do you expect, bro? There are people out here that straight up and down, they don't play with a full deck of cards. There are people out here that literally know it's easier to just punch your time card out. It's easier just to take your lunch money instead of just taking your lunch. Yo, there are people out here that literally play for keeps. Prisons are filled with them. So that's why I'm trying to say is to my homeboy, and he's just like, nah, I don't know why you think like, bro, because what do you mean why I think like that? I know, yo, sometimes when you tango, you might not leave the dance floor, son. When you start moving furniture stuff, you know, you never know. That's why I don't want to do that. 48 years old, I don't want nobody punching me in my face. Are you insane in the membrane? No, I'm not insane in the brain. No, not at all. We don't do none of that. But that's what I'm trying to say. What do you expect? To all the Wes Watson haters, yo, like, what do you expect if, like, you run into the fan or you run into somebody who's just tired of y'all shit talk? Like, check it out. It's all right. I can't dictate what another man does at all. I can't dictate what another man says. But yo, you want to make a video or two, it's totally cool. But when you make a video every day, and you go to your YouTube page and it's nothing but this. All you do is hide your face and talk shit. And it's respected. You got people shot. That's why I don't understand it. Let's give shout out to Mud Bitch and let's give a shout out to this bitch and let's shout out to this. It's like, bro, why are you shouting out herbs? Bro, dudes that legit say, yo, you won't hang out with these dudes IRL, bro. They that herb. They corny like that. So why? I don't understand it, bro. You know what I mean? I guess back in the day, we never respected the telephone tough guy. We never respected somebody calling you to talk shit and hanging up. We knew what the hell are you doing, son? The internet, now you got the internet keyboard warriors and shit, yo. You got the YouTube, the haters on YouTube is a good one where you don't even have to show your face. But these two dudes show their face and you see what happens, bro. What do you expect? What do you expect to happen? I don't expect nothing else to happen. That's why you got to be careful what you say. Law 19 is constantly in full effect. You don't know who these Wes Watson haters. This dude's got right now 30 dudes making faceless videos about his dick. Listen to what I said. You got dudes making videos about another man's dick. That's why I'm like, what do you got? How and why are you making videos about another man's dick? But, hey, yo, at the end of the day, bro, you got to be careful. You literally got to be careful. Be careful who you out here dealing with. Be careful who you out here doing. And definitely be careful what you out here saying, man. What do you expect? You know what I mean? People, I don't expect nothing else. That dude done said the words. That dude done said, yo, you know, habitual line stepper. He done, yo, habitual line stepper with the words. But when I heard Homeboy on the Gunners Collective show with Dubs when he called in, and I heard his perspective, they didn't like each other, and all he had to do was apologize. Hey, yo, my bad. I ain't mean to do none of that. Yo, let's keep it moving. Yo, I don't like you. You don't like me. But let's just keep it like that. You know what I mean? And just keep it the fuck moving. That's all. But at the end of the day, 2 people are gone. One dude is, yo, I heard today that he's facing the death penalty. They're giving him the death penalty, bro. Like, that's what they're going after. They're not going with the LWAP. They don't give a shit about LWAP. They're going for the death penalty. So you got 2 people gone. 2 different families destroyed, countless families, because they had kids. Finney had kids. Manny had kids. So those are, bro, over words. But again, what do you expect? Bro, this is how we were raised back in the day. Back in the 80s, it was, yo, did you say this? Because we didn't have none of this bullshit. We didn't have the internet, so it was all rumors. And when you seen a motherfucker, you had to throw hands. But back then, something that I miss now and I don't see none of y'all really doing that y'all need to bring back is when you throw hands, be done with this. Shake his hand and, yo, I don't know about you, but back in the day, listen to what I'm about to say and think I'm fucking around. Most of the dudes that I fought, and the dudes, whether they whoop my ass or I whoop they ass, son, we became cool after. Yo, most of the time, that became my man for a while, bro. You think I'm playing? Like, we don't fought each other heavy duty speeding. We got chichongs on our eye like this. You know what I mean? And we chilling the next day smoking, yo. Just chilling, laughing about it and shit. We already know each other. Now we coolie high. You don't got to murk nobody. But at the end of the day, Law 19 is in full effect. And what do you expect? That's that. I'm about to go out of here and shit. I already done rocked off for a hot ass second and gave you my opinion or my 2 cents. But, yo, be careful when you out there because, yo, I keep that out of my mind. What do you expect, bro? You don't know what somebody's going through. And that's what I kept saying. What do you expect? That's that. I'll catch you on the flip. Dip, the way you do dip, and you already know. Until next time, Deucitos. Boop, boop.